This is my train setup. There's a little farm in the background over there. And there's an elevated line over here. We'll get that elevated line started. This is my Royal Blue Baltimore, Ohio train. And there we go. We'll get some details about the platform itself. Okay, there we go. We'll start over here. There's a little farm there. There's a gas station here. Kind of a neat new gas station. A little, kind of like a Howard Johnson's, but it has a different name. And this is the gas station, a little guy there. Cars in the parking lot. And here is a theater. And the theater is, see what we got here. The African Queen is playing at the theater. There are a few people waiting to get in. And kind of a nice little theater there. Okay, there's a little parking lot. And here is a few homes. One home over there. It's more like a farmhouse home. Really neat one. And here is kind of a country style home. And we have here, you see, people by the swimming pool, bathing, people sitting by the pool. Really kind of neat. There we have a little park. And in the park we have little kids playing. Two little children there. There's a set of swings. Kind of a neat little setup. Tables for eating. Slide. Tilt-a-whirl. Little bathroom, restrooms there. And a few little lights over there. And two little cover sections in case it rains. Kind of a neat little section here. Then we come over here, and right next to that is a little amusement section. It has a tilt-a-whirl and a little Ferris wheel here, which is kind of neat. And those wind up and play Christmas tunes. And here is the Center City Square Park. This is kind of neat. It's lit up in a Christmas fashion with Christmas lights. And there are different people here. There's a few Santa Clauses and various people standing, you name it, they're there. Kind of neat. There's a central part with a little dedication to the park. Kind of neat. And there's a few cars on the road over here. And there's an ice cream truck over there. Right over there, you'll see it's selling ice cream for the kiddies. And there's our Royal Blue. There's our train station at Rico. I think it's in Denver, replica. The people here waiting. There's a small station here for picking up and dropping off people. And the Baltimore, Ohio goes by there. And a little stand here for carrying cargo. And again back to this little section here, the nice train station. And right behind it is two little hotels in case of people staying overnight, pick up a train the next morning. There are a few people there coming to the train station after a good night's rest. And here's our train barn. And we have a Christmas train section here. This train smokes, and it is a digital train. It has a few cars which are basically Christmas cars. Very, very neat. Very neat. And in the next section we have just kind of cargo and coal things for transporting merchandise. And then we have another little section in here. Again with another engine. It's a diesel engine. Santa Fe. It's black and yellow. And that is, we have our Santa Fe red and silver. And that has a few cars on it. And then we have next to that, we have our little fire station. And in the fire station, we have two trucks. As you can see, two trucks there. Fire trucks. There's our connectivity to the tracks here for our train barn. This goes all the way around. We have another section in here coming around like this. And here we have, at the end of this, we have another kind of a little engine diesel that shuffles cars around the track and around the platform. Kind of a neat little setup. Then there's our firehouse, and there's also here a church, and there's a wedding that just got through. There's a couple just married and the minister, and they're on their way out. And we have another little building over here. It's more like a manufacturing and electronics shop and engine shop for automotive stuff. Nice. And then we have a little billboard. Little billboard is from a company here called Menards in Wisconsin. It's specific to Wisconsin. And then we have a little factory warehouse which stores a whole bunch of stuff in there. Santa Clauses and snowmen on top. There's blinking lights for roads that have been closed. And then we have here a hotel. It's kind of lit up. Kind of a busy street. Nice little hotel. There's a store next to it. Another store next to it. And another little apartment complex right next to it there. And let's see what else we have. Trains and so forth. Here we have a schoolhouse. In the schoolhouse we have a school bus, and there's a guy who's the driver of the school bus, a few cars. It's Saturday, so not many people are there. That's just a little country Cape Cod type of house. There are two of them there, and then this is a supermarket where you can buy your food. Somebody's just getting out of the store there. That's kind of a neat little setup. And here's the little transformer that runs everything. You can run approximately 10 different digital engines on it. And this is my Pennsylvania engine. This is quite a lengthy engine, pulling I think about 13 cars. It's not digital, it's analog, but it's a pretty good engine. It's got an 8-wheel drive, so I'm real happy with that. As you can see, it doesn't have any trouble pulling those 13 cars. Kind of neat. Okay, and there's our barn. See how the tracks come together over here. This is not an automatic switch, but a manual switch that came with some of the tracks, so I decided to use it and make another excursion off like another train barn. It lines up right over there. Kind of neat. And we have over here, this is a small PTC, Philadelphia Transit Company. These are trolley cars when I was a kid. That's the kind of cars we had. Next to that is a engine, just a plain engine. It is a smoker engine, and it's analog, not digital. There's another analog, and it's part of the Christmas train series, but I interchanged the engines and coal cars, because I like to keep only the digitals on the track so that they don't burn out too quickly. Oh, here it is. Kind of a neat little setup. Kind of a cute little village. Not very large, but tends to my needs. A lot of fun running it. There's a little house on the side. Guy runs an auto repair shop in town, so he's got a vehicle that picks up broken down cars right next to his house. There we go. There we have it. I call it Christmas Town. Kind of neat. That light's blinking on the royal blue. Christmas Town, USA, in De Pere, Wisconsin. Kind of neat. Oh, I like this Pennsylvania diesel engine. It really is a neat one. And that little Baltimore, I love that Baltimore one. That is really neat. Let's see if we can pull in real close. There we go. There we are. Now that little Baltimore train is going to go into the other part of town, more into the suburban part of town. So it's going to shoot around there like that. And it's going around the other train. Kind of a neat little setup. Just enough to keep me happy. There's a little water tank right there for the coal run engines. Kind of a neat little setup. And there's nice little home hotels for the people again. And there's the train. There's the Christmas train. It's really neat. Really neat. There goes that little Baltimore train. And we'll get it back to the original and that is Christmastown, USA, in Mark Falcone's studio. Okay guys, we're going to say good night. Good night, Christmastown. Good night.